I lost the recording for the start of this. Hey, Taylor, I'll just say. Nice to see you here. I think I saw that you followed like in the middle of when I wasn't streaming. And yeah, neat. Good to see. They're famous too, yeah. They're the ones that are mainly here. That's good. But I play a bunch of games now because I'm like, I want to keep a variety, and a lot of the time it's the first time. But really, I forget most of this and I lost the recording, and I'll have to record the end of Apollo Justice again, which I thought about a couple of ways to do that creatively, because since I have to re-record it, I might do something a bit more interesting with it. But yeah, that's cool. So yeah, this one was jarring at the start because they switched to 3D models, because this was the first game that was on the 3DS. That's right. You are famous, Jayland. But they do have the whole cutscene here, which is neat. Yeah, I mean, my time zone's a bit funny for that. When I have time to stream, I know it's not most people's time that they're awake and able to watch. I feel like that's been a thing. But also, unless I really see this as sustainable for full time, I'm not really gonna change it, because it's like end of day and then I start streaming at night after I've done what I need to during the day. That's how it goes. I start usually at 8 o'clock my time now.
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble. And it's up to us to restore it to its former glory.
I forgot this was actually voice. See?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
So yeah, Lock-on's seen this before, but I'm sure you'd agree it's been too long. And I'd like to play this sort of closer together when I could remember it. Yes!
She's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it. Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
That's the first time I've finished KOTOR 2. That's neat. I do plan to do Dark Side playthroughs and stuff at one point.
Reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end.
More anime than you're ready for? You weren't ready for the anime of Ace Attorney? Yeah, Dark Side is usually more fun, but usually Light Side gets you all the information so you can enjoy Dark Side a lot too as well. Oh, I still use Force. I think I've... Which day have I got the ending now? For that. The 18th, I've got the ending for KOTOR 2 coming out. The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy without discretion. Oh yeah. Apollo got hit by a bomb, that's why he's all bandaged up. Now all I have to do is pin everything on that little girl. Phoenix versus Fat Man, yes! Oh, now I want to say that. Oh yeah, we're playing as Athena, that's right. I mean, usually with the player character, I just use my voice. But I can't really do that when I'm on female, can I? Worst stenographer ever. Look, they were making sure it was correct. Nope, I'm not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie. You doing okay, Athena? I'm pretty sure this was Phoenix or Apollo. Yeah, Apollo. Yeah, so they switched to 3D models because this was the first game on the 3DS, which can make for some really cool interactivity. But also, he's doing a JoJo because his bandage just disappears into his hair. Oh, Apollo! Yeah, been doing great. Like, hum a little tune great. He got blown up. Didn't you watch the cutscene? Oh, yeah, well, that's good to hear, although... I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. I'm that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves are still here, I tell you. Luffy face. He's literally doing the Luffy smile, yes. For people that don't know, this is Apollo Justice. I think for the internal thoughts I can just use my voice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. Apollo's the lead for the defense on this case. Marine coat. Look, Luffy's worn a coat like that. I think it was a black one in Strong World. That was the name of it. And it just doesn't have all the fancy stuff on it. But I'm gonna be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Yeah. That's right. We had Spy Kids in here. Ring of Steel? How are you holding up? That explosion really did a number on you. I'm just happy you're okay, Athena.
And his name is John.
What? Hello, Will? That's still... Why are the sound alerts still like that? I guess I didn't touch them. Would I have to re-add them in and everything? Although they are fun when they're like that. Nice to see you, Will. It's been a hot minute. Although I can't pretend I have no connection to this case.
God.
Oh, all of them are doing that. That's why I'm gonna see to it. The Juniper's name is cleared. And I'm sure you feel much the same way. You got that right. I won't rest until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicion. I'm doing fairly well. I'm in the process of sort of catching up to myself and getting things sorted. That'll be ongoing for a bit. I just have to sort out things in life. That happens. But, yeah. I got on top of editing the YouTube stuff, like streams for YouTube. I didn't worry about reaction stuff. And I forgot to press record on this. But no, I found the setting in Slobs that it'll start recording when I start the stream now, so that's fine. Then I don't have to think about that every single time, pressing it separately. Yeah. Yeah. But hey, things look to be working out a bit with some areas at the moment. And like, yeah, I think I need to... Oh, wow! What? A fire engine crash into your house? That sounds like a Ace Attorney thing. Why? Were they drunk? Apollo, Athena. I think this was, yeah. Oh yeah, the flower lady, that's right. She had an acorn. She has an acorn brooch. Why? Okay. I forgot she was the flower lady. Thank you for doing this for me. Genie! Oh yeah, you get some violent cough reactions there. Hey, are you okay? Man, she's huffing that sunflower. That's not just a sunflower. She must have some good stuff in there. Damn. All the animation budget for the 3DS, yeah, let's go. And they really went for it. Because previous games were on the DS, I think it was, or the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy. And now this one was a 3DS. Sorry about that. I always seem to get into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens. At home in the forest, though. Doing a line in the courtroom is bold. Yeah, that's why she's hiding it in the sunflower. This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear, dear childhood friend, and she's also our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. But that's ridiculous. There's no way Junie would do something like that. Or would she? Did she get high off her own supply, bring a bomb into court? You never know. I brought you a little snack, Athena. Just a little something from my garden. Hey, thanks. So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange. My grandma says that orange is the color of strength and endurance. Oh, I get it. Strength for the trial, right? Junie, you're always so good to me. Jeez, look at me, standing here clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there, they won't know what hit them. Oh yes! The Biddy badge! You want your Biddy badge? I love gold! Oh hey Hamsteroid, how are you doing? The last time I did this was a couple of months ago until we catch up to the point where I had done it, so I restarted the game. Oh, hopefully you get your badge well. Twitch has been a bit stingy with those sometimes. Oh look, it has you on the leaderboard. I don't know why you don't have that. You love it? Nice. Well, first time playing it, obviously, other than this first little bit that I did a couple of months ago. But nice. The 3D models are a bit to get used to. That's the main thing I noticed initially. Yeah, that's right. Come what may, this is one trial we just can't lose. He collapses. at least their insurance will pay for the repairs. Yeah, I actually haven't heard about any fire trucks running into walls or anything. That's different. Oh, the sound alert's tripling up. Countdown or cosmic? I'm not sure. Apollo! If I load a countdown. See, they're my saves from last time, but I don't remember very well what happened, so I'm just redoing it so I can remember clearer, and I'd only just started the game before I went on break. Ugh. Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he was really overdoing it. Yeah, I've been... Oh, it's been a while, but even like... I think so far the game's really peaked with that Manfred von Karma case. Because I played the first trilogy, and then after a while I'm playing this trilogy, and then I'm probably gonna go and play the... Which one was it called again? The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and then Investigation, something like that. But I do play other games in between, so it just depends when I get to the next games after I've finished like this trilogy and that. And that's cool. Nice, yeah. I think I did it on stream once, and then I completely forgot everything about what I did, and I went, okay, well, I'm just going to play this one. Okay. Well, I'll see how I think of them once I've played them all. All this time I was trying to put on a brave face, but it was really overdoing it. Mr. Justice! Whoever's saying that. Huh? The bailiff. The trial is about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom. What? Now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. I love doing the voices too in these games. It's funny. I have to defend Juniper. Yeah, I have a vague memory of it. I just remember. Ah, yeah, there's the lock. Hey, that one didn't triple time. What are we gonna do? The trial is about to start with or without us. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time. No, wait, there's something else I can do. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff. Yes, miss? The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Tina! You're not seriously. You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. The look of shock on his face. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second. Think about what you're saying. You've never once taken a case on alone before, right? No hay problema. I can handle it. I think. But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure. I believe in you, Dina, and that's enough for me. Now he needs a huff of that sunflower. You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart might just burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now. So you just have to leave it to me. I forgot how thirsty doing all the voices made me. Alright, I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate it that I can't be there, but I know you'll give it your utmost to defend Juniper. Apollo, I need stems! Is it? I guess I'll see then. You bet I will, rest assured of that. Need to step them up to tulips? Yeah, you betcha. My name is Athena Sykes. Sykes was the name of the henchman in Inspector Gadget, wasn't it? In the movies? Oh no, it was the name of Claw, wasn't it? Something Sykes, and it was Sykes Industries. Hang on, I need to check my facts now. Oh, it was the henchman. Hang on, I gotta share this. It was the henchman in Inspector Gadget in the second movie, I think it was. Oh no, it's in the first movie. 1999 film. A minion for Dr. Claw. Hey, I remembered. It's been a while. Other than you didn't see any of that. And I just realised you didn't see any of that. History. I was on the wrong part of Slops. There we go. It's him. My brain somehow remembers. The deep lore, indeed. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But I have to do this! And I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie or Carmen. Imagine if that was the full name of the Spy Kids character was Juniper. No wonder he wanted to be called Junie and he was Butterfingers. Exactly, that's how my brain works. That reminds me of this from whenever. Court is now in session. All rise. Oh, he's just gonna say that again. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. The defense is ready, Your Honor. And we see a 3D model. Nice. And, oh yeah, that's right, it was Bloomin' Winston Payne again. Oh, was it his brother or something? No, it was a relative. I kind of vaguely remember it was a relative. But he sounds the same because I gave him the same voice. The prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today. Yeah, I guess I'll see as things play out fully. Yeah, big happy energy, exactly, yes. Yes, well, a substitution of attorney petition was submitted just a few moments ago. Due to the explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue. I see. Not at all surprised he used that as an excuse to run away. With me as an adversary, who wouldn't want to feign illness in order to escape? They're both way too cocky. What the nerve of that guy? I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. Ah! This arrogant jerk! You arrogant jerk! No, Richard! Is my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now. No, you didn't hear anything at all. Especially not from me. How odd. I could have sworn I also heard something. Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Richard. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. Well then. If that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated. A contradiction? You just stated and you said nothing. However, if that device of yours says what you're thinking, then you indeed said I was, what was it? Elegance at work? Actually, it was arrogant jerk. At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? Yeah, the perfect thing for a lawyer, of course. No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness. Mr. Poe, I believe that's enough. Let's get back to the case. Oh, don't worry. It's Ace Attorney. It's always gonna be whack compared to real law. Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show this little girl why they call me the Rookie Humiliator. I knew it, he really is an arrogant jerk. Arrogant jerk.
Miss Sykes, if you could continue to insult the prosecution, I'll remove you from this court.
I'm very sorry. It was just a knee-jerk reaction.
She's worried. But the worried looks were always great in Ace Attorney. Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now then, the incident occurred yesterday here at this very courthouse, in courtroom number 4. At that time, the trial for a settlement bombing was being held in courtroom number 4.
Oh yes, I was presiding over that trial as well.
The judge doesn't have a scratch on him. The ancient immortal continues.
And Mr. Justice was there as the lawyer for the defense.
A bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. There's a few seconds more, and it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life.
But there was, in fact, one death, was there not?
And that is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast, the body of Detective Candace Arm was discovered. Candace Arm this bomb? Huh? She was to take the stand as a witness later in the trial.
I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape.
Maybe the court should see about getting even shorter ropes. And the victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out safely. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and details about the bomb. Here we go. We're back to the court record. Stuffed animal bomb added to the court record. Okay. No, this way. Okay, we're getting into the tutorial mode again. Well, the evidence is in the court record. When I want to check something, I use E and space for the details. So, impact with a flat object. Time of death between 8 and 11 a.m. Okay. In the time bomb that destroyed the courtroom hidden inside a stuffed animal. It is an elephant. It will remember what they do. Better take a peek later. No, I had to look just then.
Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand.
I've used keyboard the whole time. I don't have an issue with it. I guess I never played it with a controller. So I didn't get used to it being on controller, but I don't see an issue with the keyboard controls for a game like this. No, for some games are definitely like, yes, I'll use a controller for it, like some fighting games and things, but this is fine. And I'm used to it now.
Defendant, are you feeling alright? You're looking a bit pale.
I'm so sorry, I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. But I'm alright. Okay. I mean, I guess they were originally made for that type of control setup because they were on the DS and 3DS and that. Oh, I'll probably just continue on like this though. Jenny's really giving it her all. I better make sure I do the same. If we could please proceed, your name and occupation, defendant. Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Miss Woods, can you confirm you're in the courthouse on the day in question? Yes, I came to know appellate justice through my friend Thena. And so, I was there yesterday to watch his trial and lend my support. And they definitely amped up the animation. Like, I was thinking back to the 2D things. Like, I like the detail in the 2D models and how they're drawn maybe a little bit more. But the way they're able to do the animations with the 3D models like this is pretty cool. Something's wrong. Jenny's really scared. Did you know I'm also known as a defendant humiliator? Looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that moniker. Oh yeah, in the court record it is a Gaspin Payne, yeah. He's a bit younger. He's 55. Of course. Looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that moniker. Does his arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what. Hey, arrogant jerk! Prosecutor Payne? What is it? You want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the rookie humiliator instead? Deep breaths, Athena, don't let him get to you. Prosecutor Payne, Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice has also backed up her claim when we saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said he was glad to get the lotus fruit you gave him too. He was? My grandma says lotus fruit is good for your eyes. She says they can even help you see into the future. Well now, if lotus roots actually amp up his power to the point where he can see into the future, that'll be interesting. They can? Then that's a perfect present for a lawyer. And if that's true, I guess he must not have eaten them.
A sweet, meek girl like this, bringing a courtroom to bits. I must say it's very hard to believe.
Objection!
Now, Your Honor, don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime, which was she wanted to get a bit more water because her throat is getting a little dry doing all the voices. I'll be back in a sec. That's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. And I didn't even know the lady who was killed. I admit that the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and defendant. However, that doesn't matter. The only thing it does is her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Woods want to do that? That's a very good question, coming from a novice such as yourself. But first, a question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? What? Why, yes, I have. And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system?
Objection!
Now, wait just 1 minute. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up. Subtle foreshadowing? I mean, if I play them things closer together, I'll notice that a little bit. I'm thinking back on it too, which is why I'm redoing some of it. But yeah, subtle foreshadowing. It's the fictional court proceedings of Ace Attorney. Don't you know that, Jayla? But also it's like, well, I don't know what happened to the jury system that Phoenix is trying to set up at the end of last game. We don't know if that took. Then every one of our clients would turn into bummers.
That's a valid point. We wouldn't have a single courthouse standing in the land.
Fiction? Indeed. Sorry, this is reality in the future of Japan. So you don't know how it turns into this. I can see the accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the courts. But Miss Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. I worked out the translation made in America, but then as far as I've heard, the original Japanese version of the game is still set in Japan. So it's Japanifornia or something like that. Decisive, I'll believe it when I see it. And some stuff, like the Korean village and all of that, is very much Japanese. Like, I don't think that kind of setting would fit in California as much. San Francisco, yeah, exactly. It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor.
And what exactly was so unique about it?
No, I haven't been to Cali. But as far as I remember, but that's because it was localized. Right, it was localized to say that it was in the USA, so they would have changed things like Japanese immigrants and saying it's a USA passport in the version of the game that's released in English. Yeah. Translation takes place in an alternate universe LA with blended Japanese culture. So, I'm hesitant to fully say, I guess I try and go with the original more. Because localization is a bit silly sometimes. Okay, yeah, not really. So, I guess in a way you could have canon that this is a fictional country that is both the USA and Japan merged into one. Let's go! The one that Gundam keeps dropping colonies on. Why don't we have Miss Sykes answer that question? Huh? Me? I notice you appear to be very nervous, and well, gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. Could he be any more condescending? Really, what a thoroughly unpleasant man. L is for loser. What did it just say? No, nothing, not a single thing. Now, let's see, what was I supposed to do at a time like this? You got a tutorial me, that's right. Court record.
Right, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? Was it because it was
inside a stuffed animal? Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Its evil intentions covered up by a cute exterior. I'm very good. Have a cookie. The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? I am fine, just like I said from the start. I can do this.
Yes, as I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never even got to take a look at it. But what connection does this impish elephant have with the defendant?
The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence, which I have here.
And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed.
It's a tail, Your Honor. The tail of the poor victim of the explosion. Because we all know Candace's arm had a tail.
This is incredible. Are you saying it's Detective Arm's tail?
I made the joke and I didn't even remember he said that. Yes. Ace Attorney has animal people confirmed. Your Honor is so very close. But no, it belongs to this stuffed animal. It's called the Phony Fanty. A rather unpleasant name, if you ask me.
He's the mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not?
Exactly. His motto is, phony evidence is just trumped up. That's so wrong on so many levels. The Phony Fanty's tail is made of vinyl cloth, and we found something very interesting on its surface. The defendants have fingerprints. What? The Phony Fanty provided the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It clearly proves that the accused handled the bomb. Eep! The axes. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would Junior's fingerprints be on it? It does appear to be pretty irrefutable evidence. The court accepts it into evidence. Phony fancy tale added to the court record. Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this? I don't understand. How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence? Well, I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. But I better come up with something for Junie's sake. If you can't produce an answer, we can always go straight to the ruling, if you prefer. No, I have to say something fast. See, that was the thing. Is that at the end of the last game, Apollo Justice, Phoenix Wright was introducing the jurist system. Phoenix Wright and that was introducing the jurist system, and the final trial was a test for the jurist system. So I don't know what's happened to that. Is there still a jury here? Or not? Oh no! I can't get my voice to work! Why now, of all times? She's got PTSD! She's getting non-flashbacks! I thought I overcame this already! Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court? We're getting a whole cutscene for this! Take the katana, kill the killer. Do it, Athena. I completely forgot this cutscene as well, so I think we might be near the part that I was at before. And I think we were examining.
As you can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection!
He comes in just in time.
It's you.
In he comes! We really need the Steel Samurai theme back, yes. Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Apollo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in his place. Thanks for coming. Hobo phase over. Now he's into Godu Moldu. Phoenix Wright was so big-brained in Apollo Justice. I want to see him in God mode now. Back in action. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real rough time on my own. Oh, I don't know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. Yeah, exactly. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now, let's turn things around. You got it, boss. Ho, ho, ho. Now I am Father Christmas. Look who showed up out of the blue. If it isn't Mr. Phoenix Wright, you always manage to surprise me. Your Honor, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling, but I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Woods' fingerprints wind up on the stuffed animal tail? Oh, I'm a huge Star Wars Expanded Universe fan, which is the old stuff now labeled Legends as a really short explanation. So, yes, but I have to put the caveat of EU fan on there because a lot of casuals think that that include, if I say just Star Wars fan, that includes new canon as well, which I'm not a fan of. But hey. I have to stipulate lock-on because otherwise people will say I'm a fan of both new canon and EU, and that's not true. That's the hard part with saying Star Wars fan now, is that you have to say I'm a fan of the EU, otherwise people will go, oh, have you watched this new show? Do you like it? And I'm like, no, I don't even know about it. What the hell is the Skeleton Crew thing? You put Skeleton Crews on the Cantina fleet when that was found. That's the Skeleton Crew. Anyway. I don't think that Expanded Universe is the best. What's in the Expanded Universe is what made me really fall in love with Star Wars compared to the movies. But, yeah. The original saga's great. And I did put Ace Attorney music behind the Manan trial stuff in KOTOR. Oh, no. You guys all forget that there's episodes 1 to 6, and then there's the 2 Ewok movies, and then there's a holiday special. Duh. You always forget that. Anyway, derailed. It makes it 9, because there were 2 Ewok movies, Caravan of Courage and Battle for Endor. And then of course you get the Ewoks cartoon and the Droids cartoon. They're just different. I think the first RoboCop's the best one still, but 2 and 3 are specific things, yeah. Like, sequels is pretty good. I know the second one got all mixed around by what happened in the production of it as well, but that's why some of us so much of a joke on if he was given so many guidelines to be PC. I've been working on it. Jaylan loves X-Wing Alliance. But the flight sim games I'm having a love-hate relationship with because they're so hard. There's such a steep learning curve to be able to do. But I was trying the first X-Wing game a bit before the break. Anyway. How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made. I've played the first Dead Space and the remake for the first Dead Space, but I haven't played Dead Space 2 or 3. They're on my to-play list here.
You are absolutely right.
Oh, Dark Souls 3. I played the first Dark Souls off stream to see if I would actually enjoy it. It's the dual screen, it's the Nintendo DS lock-on. Death Star 3. I don't know. I've watched the playthrough of it. I've watched the playthrough of the Dark Souls games a bit. I started playing Dark Souls 2, but then I sort of fell off of it because it's like, oh well, I don't know if I care as much now. It kept failing me on the cargo. Look, I'll try it again at one point, but I'm like, it's like I'm gonna find a boss. Just get good, right? Where do I put it? I shifted it behind here. It's hard getting used to a joystick again as well, and then you also have to use a joystick and the keyboard controls when you're playing the flight sims. That's the only way to play the fight sims. You have to use a joystick. From way back, I used a joystick with episode 1 Racer when I played it on my dad's computer. I can talk about this while the ad's going, because they go automatically. This is a joystick. An old one. It's Microsoft Force Feedback 2. See? You can control the direction with the joystick stick, and then you can map the buttons and that on the side and that to what you want. Which is something I had trouble with in one of the games. Wouldn't save the controls on the joystick, whichever one it was, and I noted out of that one. I just forget which one it was now. Ah, nice! This was an old one I had from years back because I played the games on my dad's laptop at work and whatever. And now we've been completely derailed, but that's fine. So yeah, are you a real gamer if you don't know what a joystick is? I haven't messed with mods for Star Wars games other than the Battlefront 3 mod for Battlefront 2. And some stuff with Empire at War. We were fiddling with Thrawn's Revenge and I haven't done much else there. Oh no, what was that other one he was replying to? Have I played something? I played San Andreas on the PS2. I played GTA 3 on my iPod Touch, which I still have on there. And I have played a little bit of Vice City, I think. I've got the original on there. Yeah, we did. RTS games are just like, oh, I'm not the best at them, so it's a bit of a how much I enjoy it, depending. Yeah, that's the strategy. Oh, I just went on my iPod Touch in GTA 3 and sat somewhere and listened to the radio most of the time. I didn't even play the missions. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne? Not at all, Your Honor. Miss Woods really looks like she's having a hard time. Jenny's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself. Because of yesterday? Yeah, it was understandably very traumatic for her. Poor thing. And here she is, back at the courthouse again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. I think you misspelt that. Cortana's from Halo. I think I'm going to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby. Given the defendant's condition, very well, I grant special permission. Autocorrect. Otana. I just have to jog my memory on which it is. That is... Oh, it's a YT2000, that makes sense. Which was it in again? Oh, only in X-Wing Alliance. Yeah, okay, that makes sense why I don't remember it. It's in Souls books, but I remember things from stories and games and things better. I don't know, Squeaky and M-Tray did pretty well as well. in the X-Wing novels. You go get some rest, Junie, and leave the rest to us. Yeah, it's so distracting from this game, but that's okay. Side tangents are fun. Okay, thank you. Sorry about this. First Descendant. Oh, it's a free game. Oh no, add it to my library, sure. So many people have mixed reviews of it. Yes, you sent it. Hang on, I was showing the wrong screen. Third person looter shooter powered by, looter shooters can be fun. And Borderlands is looter shooters. And stuff. I'll try that out at one point. No, yeah, just have it on here. Never trust free games. Look. If it's on Steam, it won't have a virus. I'll just try it, and if it's crap, I won't play it more. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll see at one point. I've got so many games that I want to play. Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you. It's been a while, Mr. Payne. You're more clueless than I'd heard. I do believe you mean, how do you do? For I am gasping Payne. He's gasping. I played Robocop Rogue City. You can find it on YouTube. Subnautica, I've tried a little bit on my own, but I haven't played myself. I am the youngster brother of your long-standing rival, Winsome Payne. Oh yeah, I think Epic Games gave away Squadrons for free at one point too. I still haven't bothered with it. There's no point. I have that indifference towards new canon anyway, so. What? Long-standing rival? When will we have a rival, let alone long-standing? You'll see, Mr. Wright, I will cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met with at your hands. Looks like this royal pain is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as the other. You want to know what that reminds me of? Sky High. Because the villain in the movie Sky High is called Royal Pain. Your Honor, the prosecution would now like to call a decisive witness to the stand. This witness will testify as to how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom.
Very well. Please call your witness, Mr. Payne.
Oh yeah, we got bloomin' dude here. Witness, your name and occupation, please.
Witness?
Name, Ted Tornate. Occupation, bomb disposal specialist. I remember doing his voice now.
Oh my, what a strange robotic voice you have.
Oh, the better to testify with. Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking. Yeah, I was saying, look on, I played this before up to the point where I haven't, but it had been the whole break, and I'd lost the recording, so I wanted to replay the start of it. I was saying, wow. He sounds exactly like a robot.
Can't you speak in a normal manner?
I can. I can. He can! But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Bro, typing in and doing the voice is even less efficient. Energy expenditure, speaking greater than typing. Understand? I don't know, with all those finger movements, I don't believe you.
What an odd witness.
Mr. Tanaz was in a Tonato. Mr. Tanat was in charge of the bomb for that trial and was there when it went off. Or Tonate. One of them.
Being a bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the victim?
Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people unemployed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. Yeah, every name is a joke of some sort. So I'm not actually sure which one this would be. Might not be Japanese pun as well. When they localized it, they also changed some of them so that they were not Japanese puns. They were more anglicized puns, like Candace Arm stuff. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim.
Shocked.
I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. So he was the first to discover the body, was he? He is here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion. Ah, detonate, there we go. That makes a lot of sense. Duh. It was staring me in the face. So it should be Ted Tonate. Ted Tonate. There we go. Mr. Tonate.
Very well. The court will hear Mr. Tonate's testimony.
Big brain time.
Will the very least show this court some respect and remove that face guard, witness?
It was him. He was in the cutscene. Then again, I couldn't. When the bomb went off. The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence. Bomb name HH3000. Operated by timer or with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down. I don't know. It's hard to top the cutscenes. Well, it may be. It's hard to top the parrot going on the stand, though. That doesn't stop people in this world, Hamsteroid. People can be policemen and still be killers and murderers. Even attorneys can do that. So even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on. Precisely, activating the timer is very simple. 1. Connect wires. 2. Switch on timer. A monkey could do it. I'm sure even you will be able to, Mr. Wright. Oh, I guess it makes you the blue monkey in this barrel of fun, boss. I'd now like to begin my cross-examination. Huh?
Mr. Tonat, What was tonight? What is that?
HH3000, aka a bomb. A bomb!
Great googly moogly! Yeah! Mr. Tonight, I demand you disarm at this instant.
Great googly moogly. Disassembly complete. 5.3 seconds, 0.2 seconds short of my personal best.
Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly spring chicken, you know.
This is an exact replica of the HH3-3000. It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm equals success. Explosion equals failure.
An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? And so that's what it looked like.
I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. Dimensions 10 in quotations HX 110 unquote 10 inch high by 10 inch wide by 10 inch diameter. Weight 12 pounds, a perfect replication. And now I've got to convert things. So 10 inches to centimeters, probably it. 25.4 centimeters. And then 10 lbs to kilograms is 5.4. Or I'd round. No, it wouldn't round up, it'd round down. 5.4 kilograms. Width. Yeah. Well, it's 10 inch squared. Or cubed, I should say.
Your bomb does appear to be a very good copy indeed.
Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. It has a very puzzling wiring setup. It is regrettable I could not replicate it.
Witness, that's enough. There's no need to replicate anything here.
The bomb is updated in the court record.
Okay. And now if the defense will begin their cross-examination. Where's Miss Sykes gone to?
Athena, you can come out now. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work. I guess you were pretty scared, huh?
Well, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
She was about to she was about to bolt.
Hey, put a sock in it, widget.
As transparent as ever. Now, let's see, where were we? We were at the cross-examination.
Oh, cross-examination, of course.
Seems disoriented. I wonder if she's alright. Maybe I should ask Athena if she remembers how to cross-examine to help her focus. Nah, she'll be fine. Nah, no need for that right now. She'll be fine.
I'll do everything I can to help.
If you can't find any contradictions, and you flub up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. Press R when the option to consult with me appears. I'll let you know where I think the suspicious statement is. Sounds good, I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. Why would Phoenix need help? He's got so much experience now.
Alright, it's cross-examination time.
When the bomb went off. Alright, we press everything first. I don't remember the answer to this, but I know I've done this before, because I think in the... Oops, I didn't read that. You say that you disarmed the bomb, but are you really sure it was disarmed? Absolutely, I can disarm anything. Cause... Juniper's Mood Matrix, whatever that is where I was up to. This song is really good, yeah. It's not as I can't. A lot of the stuff when it goes back to Phoenix is a lot more nostalgic. I've found through the series, like Apollo Justice. When you get to that Mason system part, is very nostalgic because they use the Phoenix Wright music instead of Apollo Justice's music. It's pretty cool. In a flash. In a flash! That looks more like dismantle than disarm to me. Oh, pardon me. Let's see, is there any chance you could have forgotten to disarm the bomb? Impossible, I do not make rudimentary mistakes like that. They say to err is to human. It's to be human. Although the jury is still out on this guy. If you must know, Mr. Wright, according to the court's own records, the fact that the bomb had indeed been disarmed was officially confirmed. I guess I can rule out the possibility that he forgot to disarm it. Could you talk about the bomb in a little more detail for the court? Certainly. And then we'll go to the next part, yep.
Hold it!
What was the approximate size and weight of the bomb? That was that. This information is also written on the photograph.
Oh yes, sir, it is on the back. According to this, the case is made out of alloy plating 5/16 of an inch thick.
It is emphasis to repeat the size, yeah. 5/16 of an inch to millimeters, probably. It's 7.9375 millimeters. It's 5/16 of an inch. That's fairly thick for.
Well, that certainly sounds like one thick and very heavy bit of metal.
Oh, the testimony? Yeah. There's a bit of stream delay sometimes. I bet if I dropped that thing on your foot, you'd be hopping. If you dropped that thing anywhere, I'd be hopping for the nearest exit.
Very well, I believe the court has heard enough about the bomb itself. So, Mr. Tennant, you were keeping an eye on the bomb, where were you watching from?
Hold it!
Why were you in the gallery? My duties may have been over for the moment, but I wanted to keep watch. Even though the bomb was disarmed, you can never be too careful. Explosive devices are very dangerous things.
Ah, how admirably responsible of you. A model to be emulated.
I practice disarming bombs every day. I practice assembling them too. The disarming part I get, but assembling them? Well, they have to understand bombs, Phoenix, come on. Well, I have you know that I practice presenting evidence every day myself. I see, but do you ever practice having evidence presented to you? But presented to me? What? No, Then you cannot very well call yourself a professional yet, can you? That does it! I'm going to start practicing having evidence presented to me every day! And you better drink some coffee, boss! We're going to be pulling an all-nighter! I don't think you will be necessarily. That will be necessary or worth either of our time.
So, Mr. Tennant, what did you witness from the gallery?
Hold it!
You saw it counting down clearly with your own eyes. I'd hardly think a timer as small as one in this bomb could be seen from the gallery. Have you seen what he's wearing, Phoenix? These goggles help me see very small things clearly from very far away. I can even see what you had for breakfast by looking at your tie. Why do I suddenly feel like a bug under a magnifying glass? He just possibly saw the timer. If he was wearing those goggles. I'm not so sure, there's something that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't think I followed. The bomb was completely hidden inside the stuffed animal. So well concealed, in fact, that it didn't even look like a bomb at all. So trying to find testimony that conflicts with the evidence, right? That's right. Listening carefully to Mr. Tennard's testimony is just the first step. After that, it's a matter of taking a look at any evidence that seems relevant. Remember the yeah. Open the court record and present. Conflicts of testimony, present R with it. Let's see, this testimony is about when the bomb went off. Nothing to say at the time that was important. Yeah. Yeah. It's not that hard. He saw and we presented as the evidence because it was concealed. So you say you saw the bombs count down, is that right? Of course, I clearly saw it counting down to 0. And I say that you are clearly lying. What are you talking about? There's no way you could have seen the bomb's time. After all, the bomb was concealed inside a stuffed animal. Mr. Tonight, how can you claim to know the bomb was about to go off when you couldn't even see the timer? But that's usually the answer in an area. Wait, what? No! That does seem like a glaring inconsistency indeed. Witness, how do you explain this? Well... Oh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You found a contradiction right off the bat. Always remember, Athena, when you find an inconsistency in a witness's testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret, whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out. And pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it, right, boss? Now the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tonight? Well, let me see. No. There must be some mistake. Oh, yes, of course, I remember now. The sound, I knew because of the sound. Sound? What sound? When the timer of this type of bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. No! Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down.
Beeping noise. I suppose it would be possible to notice that, even with the bomb inside the stuffed animal.
I simply made a mistake. My bad.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny little sound all the way from the gallery? Listening for the sound of a bomb timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training so that I would never miss it. I only think training would help you hear something so soft from so far away. What now? Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb's timer? It's not like disassembling a toaster. Now he's just showing off. You keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear, but the only tiny thing here is your brain. I think the ad's playing, so I'll wait for a couple of minutes since people are watching. Or for the ad to go. I like to keep it... I don't mind this one. The ads automatically go. And then it'll take off ads if I play an ad through break or something. Max Payne. That's one I plan to play as well. Max Payne. Because, well, Remedy's games have been pretty good so far, but I haven't played Max Payne. And they're bringing out some remakes at one point, so it'd be interesting to see the difference, I guess, between them. I think, you know, I haven't played ever Max Payne, yeah. I was just checking Steam while I was waiting. But yeah, Remedy's done pretty good, so I wanted to play Max Payne and see the original before they do the remaster and whatever. And see how they go with it. I mean, that would make it a little bit more interesting, wouldn't it? Stripping balls, alright. Is your skill as a lawyer? Being mistrustful is not an attractive quality, you know. Well, he's not there to be attractive. And you're just overflowing with attractive qualities, are you? Oh, perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Tonight did not hear the sound. Well, no, but it still seems totally suspect. It's still going to be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something. Far of this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person to be Miss Woods. Well, that's simple, Your Honor. Mr. Tennessee happened to be there when it happened. Talking about Remedy, I've got one video that seems to be stuck on processing for ages once it's uploaded, so I'm not sure what's happened there. If I try it, I was reminded of it now, so I'm going to check it. If I try and put that again, will it fix it? No, it uploads as a new video. I don't know. I might have to re-upload it anyway, but I'm not going to do that through stream. No, it was just the edited 7th part of Alan Wake 2. But I did close it before it said processing had started. I'll try again later with it. What's this now? Nah, I keep it the same and I haven't done any clips properly. I render it all out as H.264 anyway, 1080p. I know I checked my render settings for it, but I'll check it again. I can always re-render it or something. What's this now? It happened before the trial started. He was there when the defendant rearmed the bomb. Oh, yeah. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of the trial. Looking for a chance to get at the bomb, Miss Woods was already there in that lobby. Her goal was surely to rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch. The remote switch? Yes, the switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. It has been missing ever since the incident. Missing remote switch added to the court record. I am partially to blame. I left the bomb and remote on top of the transport case. I mostly watch 1080p, but I guess if you get used to 4K and that, it would be like that. I do watch old stuff a bit as well, so like watching classic and stuff, some of the quality isn't as good. I do notice, but it's like, oh, okay. That's interesting, because usually I'm watching stuff at 1080p anyway. Like a lot of things end up 1080p on streaming and that too, I think. Oh, wow. Yeah, depends on the file too. Depends on the bit rate. Yeah, if the bit rate's higher on the video as well, it would have more pixels to be able to look better. Rearmed and stolen while I was talking with the lawyer. And the defendant then used the remote from inside the courtroom to start the timer.
Objection!
How can you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby?
Objection!
And the bomb was safely secured in the transport case. The only time it was outside of the case was in that lobby. Therefore, that was the one and only opportunities anyone had to meddle with it. Someone other than Mr. Tonight could have opened the case and taken the bomb out. Impossible. The transport case is assigned exclusively to me. Do you see this number here? That is my identification number. And I have the only key that can open the case. Yeah, he's looking more and more sus as time goes on. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture. You have no proof that it was Miss Woods who stole the remote switch. And by the same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her. But what I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb. Ah, that tail! 5 minutes, 24 seconds, 2.3 decaseconds. But also that tail could not be off of the same phony fanty as the bomb's phony fanty. It could be a different phony fanty that was in the room. The defense's advantage lasted a mere 5 minutes. Talk about a rotten hand. As long as they have her fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage. It appears we will have to hear from the defendant herself once more. I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand. I trust you have no objections, Miss Wright. I'm worried about a condition, but we do need a testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad. I can read your feelings, you know, boss. Guess there's no hiding from her, huh? Don't worry. I know we need a testimony. But if anyone picks on her again, they'll pay. And she's already at anger level 1. Don't worry, I'll stop the proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. In that case, I will take my leave. But before I do, there is just one more thing. Mr. Wright, is it me? Yes. Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? Yeah. Well, we already know from Apollo Justice that Apollo has the perception Sharingan eye thing going on. So they mentioned she has a power of some sort. So I would imagine they would introduce a new one in with Athena. I look forward to seeing you try. This guy's hiding something. I just know it. Now, if you will excuse me.
Bailiff, please go out to the lobby and bring back the defendant.
Jeannie! Hi, Fina. She looks even worse off than before. Don't worry, Jeannie, we're here for you. Thanks, Fina. And I'll do my best, too. You blew up the courtroom because you bear resentment against the courts, correct? But no, of course not. What's that you say? I can barely hear you. I haven't done anything wrong. This prosecutor's scary.
Objection!
An impudent little girl! Stop acting innocent and tell the truth. This is getting ugly. You rearmed the bum because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it. That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was, isn't that right? You're a filthy criminal, correct? Ace questioning from the prosecutor, indeed. Mr. Wright, can I go give the prosecutor a smack? Well, what? Of course not. Do we have to review Courtroom Manners 101 again? Look, it's okay when Francisco Von Karma can whip people. Therefore, you just need to get a whip, Athena, and you can whip him when he's naughty. I've been streaming Monday, Wednesday, Saturday usually, unless something's on and that takes more priority. I do a different game each day of the week, so thank you for following. So next week we'll continue with Dual Destinies, but then I'm playing Jedi Power Battles on Monday at the moment. And I'm gonna start the Pokemon journey next Wednesday. It's still Courtroom Manners 101 with Franzi. And that means the defense could do it back to her. I've been playing Ace Attorney on Saturday nights at the moment, which this is a Saturday night that will turn into a Sunday morning. Prosecutors get away with way too much in these, yeah. We can't let the creep that bullies innocent girls like this off so easily. I haven't forgotten about how he treated you. Don't worry about me, just help Junie. Her heart's crying out. And wow, I want my mummy. She's so scared, so very scared. Looks like Athena's picking something up with her heightened sense of hearing. It's bloomin' Demon Slayer again. Apollo Justice has heightened sight, and then she has heightened hearing, and then who has heightened speech or whatever? I guess Phoenix has heightened speech. Who has heightened smelling? We'll have someone as that next. They can sniff out lies. It's burning red, and it sounds like this time it's the voice of Miss Woods' heart. Don't deny it, you saw the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you?
Objection!
Phoenix says, oh yeah, but I mean, Maya had the crane technique, not Phoenix exactly. Phoenix has the Magatama with the Cyclops, that's right. Your Honor, please put a stop to this. It's Chambers and Valves who to defeat every part. Yes. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant.
Yes, Miss Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask you to behave more like a gentleman.
But don't you know, Your Honor, there is no more a gentleman in this world than I. Yeah. As if a gentleman or even a gentleman would behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win. Tina! How dare you call a gentleman such as I a rude ruffian? I'll have you know I attend a manners class every Saturday. I'm more than just a mere gentleman. I'm a genteel man. Not when you're terrorizing a young lady, you're not. I'd demand my money back from that manners class if I were you. I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them. But... pulls out the popcorn.
Mr. Pat, will that be enough?
Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Miss Woods, please share with the court what you were doing when the bomb went off. Ruffian, yeah. When you have the likes of Furio Tigray and all of that. When the bomb went off. Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. The bomb went off. And rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. It's hard to do the coughs in the voice. And they do the coughs anyway. So Jenny's clearly in pain being forced to recall the bombing like this. She can't even get her words out. This isn't going to work, so what now? Hey, wait a minute. Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. Oh yeah, her blood will speak for her. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's power. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries of Miss Woods' heart. Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared, I think she could collapse at any second. Athena has a unique ability, you see. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. And that is why she's in the game and is not just Phoenix Wright again. In essence, she can sense how a person is really feeling the tone of their voice. Because it's all up to Athena and her special ability right now. Athena, I want you to use the analytical psychology you studied and listen to the testimony of Miss Woods' heart. Okay, boss, I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical psychology. Off gets. Let's do this. Oh. So your holographic team member Bob can show you how Miss Woods is feeling, right? Sure. In a nutshell, yes. The emotions and images that I picked up on just now while listening to her testimony. I can enter all of that into widget and use a mood matrix to analyze them. Okay, so I think I must have just got up to this part before. Casual mind reading device, yeah. Yeah, Clavier was pretty cool. It's really hard as an actual antagonist and prosecutor to top Manfred von Karma for me. Oh, well, we'll see how OP this is. These mood markers here reflect fluctuations in Junie's emotions. When she feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. When she feels angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When she feels sadness or is frightened, the sad marker will blink. And when she feels surprised or confused, the surprise marker will let us know. Yes, shocked Pikachu face. So, with your special ability in Widget's Mood Matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Right, that's the thing though. Athena can understand a woman's mind because she is also a woman. If Phoenix put Widget on and tried to do that, it wouldn't work at all because he's a man. Talk about the wonders of technology. Yep, now let's give it a shot. I'm picking up on some kind of Discord. Wait. Yes, I have a Discord as well, out of interest, if you wanted to join. It will share all the video uploads and when I go live. Boom. What a good segue. What noise in Junie's heart? We also, obviously, if I'm watching stuff, I'll share it on there, and playing something separate, sometimes I'll share it on there if I feel like it. We'll see. But yeah, it's a good place to hang and be with people that have joined the streams and YouTube and whatnot. Noise level 100%! Block your ears, you're gonna get blown out. See here, this is what the noise looks like in the Moon Matrix. It's a result of inconsistencies between her testimony and her feelings. If we can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise levels should drop. Okay, so I'm gonna listen to Miss Woods' true testimony. Which image? Screenshot it then. Well, that day, cough. You're watching from the gallery, cough, cough. The bomb went off, cough. No crap, you surprise. And rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. Why is she happy? Because I know why she's happy. Because she's able to end the testimony and not have to talk about it. That's why she's happy at this point. You have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state now. This power of Athena's is incredible. And I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the content of her testimony. Every mood matrix is like this. What, already? Well, that would keep the format. Look at this, when she sits in front on top of me, the happy marker is reacting. That's because she's happy that she can finish her testimony and shut up. Because the emotions are what they're feeling at the time of saying the line. And she's like, oh good, I'm at the end of the testimony. Cough, cough, happy. Phoenix knows it's OP, and he's like, I'm gonna use that. And look at that, that is odd. There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion, we just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected emotion, you'll first need to pinpoint it. And then select the unexpected emotional reaction from the four mood markers with space. Okay.
Got it!
I can just click it, by the way. You don't have to press space. Intensity change between phrases in testimony. Oh, it's that detailed, is it? Yeah, it really would have helped against Von Karma. Yeah, they introduce a bit more complexity as it goes on. That makes sense. Which of this is registering joy when Miss Woods recalls the rubble falling on her? Must be a reason for this unexpected emotion. Miss Woods, as the rubble was falling, was there also something that made you feel happy? What? Mr. Wright, the feeling of happiness is spreading throughout Junie's heart. My senpai noticed me. Phoenix Wright-kun. Pharyngus lesbicious last part, yes. Keep going on this point and I bet Junie will start to calm down. Great, let's hear what she has to say. Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled. I tripped, and then rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for. Why is she knitting? But just then, Apollo came and rescued me. He found the lucky penny. That would have been good too. The lucky penny's Apollo. Apollo? He used his own body to shield me from the rubble. So that's when he sustained those injuries. How do you feel? How do you feel, Junie? You're talking about Apollo give you some courage? Yes, Apollo is just like the sun, strong and bright and warm. Well, that's how he got wrecked, and now he has a waifu, so then him and Junie is gonna hit it off now and date, right? Just telling you about him makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis. And see, your coughing stopped all of a sudden. Oh, you're right, thank you, Athena. Apollo and Athena, the same god. Looks like we're able to draw out some New Testament. Looks like we're able to draw out some New Testament. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I'm not up to date with all the. Wait, is Apollo Greek and Athena's another one, or are they just? I'm having a brain fart now. No, they're both Greek, aren't they? Hee, pretty neat, huh? But there's still some noise left, meaning there must still be some discord in Junie's heart. Hermes, oh. There has to be a Hermes in here somewhere. I guess we'll have to keep going then. Let me input new information, update the Muse Matrix, and then we'll be good to go. Mood Matrix. You remember what to do, right? When I find an unexpected emotion, should pinpoint it. Yeah, I get it. That's right, and then you select it from the mood markers with clicking on it. If we can find the reason for the discord in her heart, then we should be able to draw even more new testimony out. Cloud, your joke you have, yeah. Yeah, okay, the bomb went off. So I started church rubble started falling on me. Thought I was done for. Then Apollo came and rescued me. This all just makes sense. She's sad because he got hurt. I guess that's a new one.
Got it.
You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you? Yes, I was really happy. But was there also something you felt sad about at the same time? Sad? The reason I ask is, when you were describing how you were rescued, we sensed a little sadness too. Doesn't have penalties. I thought at least with the first case it wouldn't have. Usually if you have a penalty, the bar comes up and they let you know anyway. Oh, I think it's probably because of bum rap Riney. What? Does Riney have a bum rap? What is going on? Bum rap Riney? Well, what do you know? Something new. That's right. I brought my stuffed animal, Bum Rap Riney, to watch the trial with me. Bum Rap Riney and Phony Fanty are brothers. Who knew that the legal world can inspire a whole line of merchandise? I had Bum Rap Riney with me while I was watching the trial, but it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realised I'd lost him as I was running away. I mean, that just explains the tale. My poor Riney, a victim of that terrible bomb. Oh, I know, you can see what he looks like in this poster. It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges. Phony Phantom, Bumrap Rani, huh? Nothing against the campaign, but one elephant and a rhinoceros. Mr. Wright, I don't sense any discord in Junie's heart anymore. So I guess that means we managed to draw out all of her testimony. That's right, I'll just make an update with the new info and we'll have the whole picture. So do you think a new testimony will help? Absolutely. I don't know what I would have done without you, Athena. So Bumrap Rani was in that courtroom when the bomb went off. Now that we know that, it changes the meaning of that other piece of evidence. All I have to do is present it at the right segment. I know this. This is standard. Okay. Present the tale.
Objection!
Miss Woods, I know this trial has been very hard for you, but you can relax now. You are, without a doubt, innocent.
Mr. Wright, what wild assertion are you making now?
My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail the defendant's fingerprints were found on wasn't that of Phony Phantom. It was the tail of a gallery companion, a Bumrap Rani. Let's go! What? What nonsense is that? I can see they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. An elephant and a rhino. They're as distinct as a defense lawyer and a prosecutor. It's a banger song, yeah. But why are they really so different? And both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace through law. Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They're both grey, for example. Anyway, this poster is all I need to prove my assertion to be true. If I may direct the court's attention here, you clearly see how the two got mixed up. No, wrong button to present.
Well, would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same.
Yes, exactly. They kit bashed and cheaped out on the tails. They used the same tail for both. They didn't make a rhino tail and an elephant tail separately, even though they have separate characteristics in actual anatomy. Their merchandise needs to get better. The two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals, but the design of their tails is exactly the same. Ah! I have the 3D view of the point.
Order in the court. As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to Bumrap Rani, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. As things stand, I consider the charges against the accused unsubstantiated. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Payne?
Oh, yes, of course, Your Honor. Oh, that was great, Mr. Wright. You turned things right around. Yeah, it's not over yet, but at least we managed to hold out this long.
I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well, let us reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned.
There we go. Tutorial done. And I'm pretty sure that's where I finished the last stream. But I forgot most of it. So, we're good now. This is all brand new and fresh to me. That was so exciting, boss. We did it. True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment, like he normally does. But also interesting, now we've switched to Phoenix Wright. Yeah, there you go, burden of proof. Mostly it's the burden of proof on the prosecution, but sometimes it is not. And it's like it resembles things properly. True to form, gee, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me. Thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you for everything you're doing. Is there faster text speed? Hang on. Are all handled on your behalf? Wait, they have journalist mode. I didn't even realize I had journalist mode. They will just answer all the questions and present the evidence and everything on my behalf. Why? and then they have consultation. You can consult your partner for hints. Nah, we're not playing easy mode. Text box. Well, they don't have text speed, I don't think. That's alright, I thought I'd look. Yeah, we know this. It's journalist mode in games. They'll just sit there and read it and not play a game if they can help it. Thank you for everything you're doing. I'll see if I get to that point. 6 would be the one after Dual Destiny. Yeah, why would I go story mode? You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out. And you got really brave at the end, just when we needed you most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Well, you were the one who gave me that courage, Thena. Really? Haha, thanks. To be honest, was I any help at all? Of course. What is with that face? It looks so weird. The hardcore ones, no. The hardcore ones have to do true research and get it correct every single time. And if they don't get a piece of evidence correct, they have to go back from the start of the game and play it again. Without you, we would have never gotten out of that tight spot. That's good to hear. I may still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm going to give it my all. I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner. That's what I like to hear. Maya has been replaced long ago. Analytical psychology, the ability to solve the riddles of a person's heart. Athena's true potential is beginning to really shine through. Hey, where's Apollo anyway? Good question. I almost forgot about him. No, he's probably at the hospital. He'll be fine. I assume he'll still be here in the lobby. No, you should assume there is in the hospital. Getting looked at, you buffoon. Oh, I know. Maybe he's still in courtroom number 4. Courtroom number 4? What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion? When I came down to the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about bum rap Riney. I told him I dropped Riney in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. And then Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be, so we went to take a look together. Huh, I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be. Taking a dirt nap. So you went looking for Riney together before you called back into courtroom number 5. He should be home resting. Or he was bandaged, so I guess someone had some first aid, but he really should be in the hospital after being so exhausted. Yes, I'd had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then they called me into the courtroom number 5 to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though. With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing. So spoiler, he's not. It's that's Phoenix's power. He's invincible. That's right. I almost forgot. After all of the stuff with him getting hit by a car and smacking into a lamppost and everything, I forgot he was invincible. I think Apollo might have figured something out. Wonder what it was. He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence. Anyway, we better go and get him. Good idea. Alright, let's see Apollo taking a dirt nap. Hey, it's a cutscene!
Trial's over for today! Come on, I know you're... No.
We knew it! It was in no state to do that. To be continued. Of course. Because it's... Because I'm like, it's predictable. Probably. Let's see the next chapter. I'm like, is he actually dead or just... gonna wake up soon? Because Phoenix has had that before where he's thought he's dead. Look. I'm laughing. It's also like he brought it on himself. He's gone along and he's collapsed there because he could barely stand up as it was. He should have been in hospital. But he was the fool that went and tried to keep doing things. It's his own damn fault. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. Hey, given how things ended yesterday, we're not having an investigation period in between. Usually in the others we'd have investigation in between. Good morning. The mood sure is tense. Not that that's any surprise. Oh, hey, did you read the paper this morning, boss? I feel like we haven't had to go through with Athena all of the parts like in Apollo's case where we would end up going, oh, come on, we know this already. And I think that's some of the main issues when they introduced Apollo, is some of it felt repetitive of, look, come on, we already know this as a player from playing the previous games a bit. And then they sort of brought in some of the extra bits and pieces. And whatever was happening with Phoenix. Oh, hey, did you read the paper this morning, boss? Huh? The paper? That came out of left field. Not really. You didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news. Somebody spotted an abominable snowman way up in the mountains. Tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena. It might show up in the forest where you live, Junie. So better watch out, okay? You really should read the story for yourself. I couldn't even begin to do it justice. Yeah, that'd be funny. Justice? Huh? Oh, poor Apollo. And it's all my fault. I think more people in 2013 read newspapers than they do now, especially. And now people would tend to read news articles online, which would replace newspapers for the most part. And a bunch of those are from the same, like The Guardian and stuff, for newspapers as well. So sort of by proxy, because you're looking online. And my grandma did, because she didn't even have a computer. So she got the paper each week. Vina! Oh, Jenny, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. See, they try and fake us out. But they wouldn't just kill Apollo like that. He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. See? They were trying to fake us out. Oh. We rushed him to the hospital right away and it looks like he's going to pull through. See, he should have been in hospital from the start. That's the thing, is like, he got hurt worse because of his own foolishness, because he was trying to do stuff when he should have been in hospital. And it was quite a shock to stumble into a scene like that. I do like the addition of the anime cutscenes. It adds a bit more dynamic stuff to the scenes, and we can actually see things play out. Is Miss Woods alright, Athena? Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on that sofa over there. Oh yeah, she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. Poor Jeannie. She believes that the reason Apollo was attacked. Yeah, then they just straight up made a full anime, which I haven't finished watching, but that's alright. And this part, I guess they put one at the start of the trial and the end to keep you engaged a little bit more right at the start or something like that. It's because I was helping him look for something in that courtroom. Oh, guess I can see what you'd think, man. I like the anime parts a bit more than the 3D modelling in Apollo Justice. The 3D modelling was very basic. I think I preferred the 2D diagrams that they showed in earlier games before that to the 3D modelling in Apollo Justice that they were doing. But hey, they were trying to work with the technology and improve things, so that's cool to see. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yeah, you. I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Just creepy here. Yeah, we haven't seen Trucy yet. Me? I'm doing just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who study analytical psychology are great in times like these. After all, they've learned how to control their own emotions too. Sure. Somehow I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. But there's no denying she's a real trooper. Apollo doesn't remember a thing, does he? Yeah, he can't recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in the courtroom number 4 while who assaulted him. The doctor said it's probably due to that hit he took to the head. Assaulted in a court of law and losing your memory at that. I know how that feels. Yes, Phoenix the Invincible. But who in the world would do such a thing, huh, Mr. Wright?
Just wait till I get my hands on the coward who hurt our Apollo. Now, I think. I thought you said you're in control of your emotions. Yeah, I like the callbacks when you know the story and go, yep. Neat reference. Just focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I meant I'm just as upset as you. Okay, boss, you're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name. It's probably the same dude, so it's fine. That's the spirit. Now, let's see. I'd better check the court record one more time before the trial starts. Oh, yeah, I kind of already know that. After Mr. Wright, I'm ready whenever you are. Alright, let's get ready to rumble! I'm Aussie. That's probably why I sound a bit more British. You bet! With everything that happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. That's why. I can't let that stop me though. I think most of Australia is closer to British pronunciation. Victoria is different. I'm trying to think. So, I mean, I'm originally from South Australia, and my dad gets a bit more of the country South Australia accent, so he gets Kiwi or British a bit more often when it's people from overseas. Queensland's a bit different. It's hard for me to go, oh, it's exactly that, because I can tell the difference when I hear it properly anyway. I think the pronunciation generally around Australia is more similar to Britain or England. But the Victorians just like to say things differently because they're Victorian. Ocean shore. I'm like, New South Wales, yeah. I forgot that was a place. Geography isn't my strong suit, as other people know. Oh, that's near Byron Bay. Yeah, that makes sense. Look, so many of us are outliers. I can't let that stop me though. I need more water. I keep drinking more when I'm doing the voices because it's... Yeah, well, living on along the ocean or a river is nice spots for sure. And you can go on the beach and that whenever you like. I can't let it stop me though. I have to get this right for Miss Woods' sake and Apollo's too. Okay, I'm at the time when I'm like, I probably should finish. I'd like to keep going though, but I know I have to get up. Oh, they do this every time, do they? Okay, I'm gonna save here because otherwise I'm gonna regret it. So next time we'll be continuing this trial because I'll run out of... I'll be lacking too much sleep if I keep going through the next day.